Chapter 28. Levi, Matthew. This chapter is based on Matthew chapter 9, verses 9 to 17, Mark chapter 2, verses 14 to 22, and Luke chapter 5, verses 27 to 39. The Pharisees sought to exhort themselves by their rigorous observances of forms, while their hearts were filled with envy and strife. Behold, says the scripture, ye fast for strife and debate, and to smite with the fist of wickedness. Ye shall not fast as ye do this day, to make your voice to be heard on high. Is it such a fast that I have chosen, a day for a man to afflict his soul? Is it to bow down his head as a bulrush, and to spread sackcloth and ashes under him? Wilt thou call this a fast and an acceptable day to the Lord? Isaiah chapter 58, verse 4 and 5. The true fast is no mere formal service. The scripture describes the fast that God has chosen: to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, that ye may break every yoke, to draw out thy soul to the hungry and satisfy the afflicted soul. Isaiah chapter 58, verses 6 and 10. Here is set forth the very spirit and character of the work of Christ. His whole life was a sacrifice of himself for the saving of the world. Whether fasting in the wilderness of temptation or eating with the publicans at Matthew's feast, he was giving his life for the redemption of the lost. Not in idle mourning, in mere bodily humiliation and multitudinous sacrifices is the true spirit of devotion manifested, but it is shown in the surrender of self in willing service of God and man. Continuing his answer to the disciples of John, Jesus spoke a parable, saying, No man putteth a piece of a new garment upon an old. If otherwise, then both the new maketh a rent, and the piece that was taken out of the new agreeth not with the old. The message of John the Baptist was not to be interwoven with tradition and superstition. An attempt to blend the pretense of the Pharisees with the devotion of John would only make more evident the breach between them. Nor could the principles of Christ's teaching be united with the forms of Pharisaism. Christ was not to close up the breach that had been made by the teachings of John. He would make more distinct the separation between the old and the new. Jesus further illustrated this fact, saying, No man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish. The skin bottles which were used as vessels to contain the new wine after a time became dry and brittle, and were then worthless to serve the same purpose again. Priests and scribes and rulers were fixed in a rut of ceremonies and traditions. Their hearts had become contracted like the dried up wineskins to which he had compared them. While they remained satisfied with a legal religion, it was impossible for them to become the depositories of the living truth of heaven. They thought their own righteousness all sufficient, and did not desire that a new element should be brought into their religion. The good will of God to men they did not accept as something apart from themselves. They connected it with their own merit because of their good works. The faith that works by love and purifies the soul could find no place for union with the religion of the Pharisees, made up of ceremonies and the injunctions of men. The effort to unite the teachings of Jesus with the established religion would be vain. The vital truth of God, like fermenting wine, would burst the old decaying bottles of the Pharisaical tradition.